one more thing here. What we said, PR is longer, so its opposite angle Q is greater than R. This is one point. Then it is told PS is the angle bisector. PS bisects angle P. Means QPS and SPR both are equal. So we can write therefore on what PS bisects angle, which angle? QPR. It is not PSR, it is QPR. Bisect angle QPR. Therefore, angle QPS equals angle RPS. This you can call as 2 and this as 1. What we wrote here is these two angles are equal, these two, because PS bisects angle P, therefore QPS and SPR or RPS both are equal. This relation number 2. That is relation number 2. Okay. Now, I'll erase this part. In triangle PQR, sum of angles of triangle is 180 degree, we know. So angle QPR plus angle PRQ plus angle RQP, so 180 degree. So angle PQR plus angle QPS plus angle PSQ equal to 180 degree. You can call this as 3. Why? Because angle sum property of a triangle. Angle sum property of a triangle. What is the relation 3? That is angle P plus angle R plus angle Q equal to 180. Now, that is the relation number 3. In triangle PRF, this is angle PRF, this triangle. We apply angle sum property of the triangle again. Means angle SPR plus angle PRS plus angle RSP equal to 180. That is sum of these angles. This one PRS is 180. So in angle PRS, we can write angle PRS plus angle SPR plus angle PSR equal to 180 degree. We are applying angle sum property to triangle PRS. So you can call such for reason is same. What is the reason? Angle sum property. Angle sum property of a triangle. Angle sum property of a triangle. Okay. Now, hey Sidrama, talking so much. Who is it? Disturbing. Someone is disturbing. Okay. Now, equation 3 and 4. From equation 3 and 4. Right hand sides are same. This is also 180 degrees. This is also 180. So, from 3 and 4, left hand side are here equal. That is, this is also 180 degrees. This is also 180 degrees. Right hand side are equal. So, left hand sides are also equal. Therefore, what we can write? We can write from 3 and 4, left hand side of 3 is angle PQR plus this is angle QPS plus angle PSQ equal to, if left hand side of equation number 4, left hand side of equation number 4. So 1, equation number 1 is required. I'll write this side. What is equation number 1? PR is longer than PQ. This is 1. I need this, so I'll write this. This is left hand side of equation number 3. Now I'll write left hand side of equation number 4. Equation number 4 is angle, we shall write down. Left hand side of this angle PQR plus angle QPS plus angle PSQ is equal to angle PRS plus angle SPR plus angle PSR. Okay, from 3 and 4 we can write like this. Right hand side are equal, so we equated left hand side. Now, in this, these two angles are equal. These two. This angle and this angle are equal. So which is better? See, these two angles are equal. Why? Because PS is angle vector. So these two are equal. These two means QPS. Where is QPS? Here QPS. This one. QPS. And SPR. Here where is SPR? Here is SPR. These two are equal. So these two are equal. From both sides we shall cancel these two. What is remaining? Angle PQR plus angle PSQ equal to angle PRS plus angle PSR. Okay. Now, here from 1. What is in 1? Equation number 1. Actual equation number 1 is not this one. Equation number 1 is angle PQR is greater than angle PRQ. This is equation number 1. From 1, what we can write? Here we can write in place of PSR. In place of PSR, we can replace PSQ. Where is PSR? Here. PSR is PQ. Okay. Now from 1 we can write it as angle. Next step is this implies angle PRS PRS plus angle PSR equal to angle PQR plus angle PSQ. Okay, now just right hand side I wrote on left hand side I wrote on right hand side. Okay, so now I am using 1 from 1. See, nothing changes. Right hand side is written on left hand side is written on right hand. Now from 1. So what is 1? PQR is greater than PRQ. PQR is greater than PRQ. Okay, here angle PQR is greater than PRQ. So in place of PQR, if I write PRQ, what happens to it? I'll write it is same angle PRS plus angle PSR. Okay. In the place of PQR, I am going to write PRQ. In the place of PQR, I am going to write angle PRQ. This is same angle PSQ. In place of PRQ, I have written in place of PQR, I have written PRQ. What is the meaning? Now, here PQR is there. Now I have PRQ. Equal to sign will not remain same. Equal to changes because PQR is more, PRQ is less. Means if I remove PQR and remove PRQ, this side becomes less, this side becomes more. Understand this point? Both sides are equal here. This is larger, this is smaller. Okay, I am removing larger angle and putting smaller, means this side becomes smaller, this side becomes larger. Understand this point? Okay. Then next, what is next? Now, what is PRQ and PSR? What is PRS plus PSR? PRS plus PSR. So here we know what we know. Angle PRQ is equal to angle PRS. PRQ and PRS are same. How? PRQ and PRS means the same angle. Here, PRQ, PRS are same. So here those angles are there. PRQ. Where is PRQ? This side PRS is there. This side PRQ is there. Remove these two because those two are equal. PRQ and PRS are equal. So those are there here, PRS and PRQ. Remove those. If you remove these, what is remaining? Angle PSR greater than or larger than angle PSQ. This is asked to prove. Students, did you understand? Did you understand? Any one of you say yes, at least?
Yes.
Okay. Now all of you be ready with compass box. We shall start the new lesson, construction is easy. And those who want to become, civil engineers, you need construction. We need to understand construction better. All of you open your compass box and pencil, pen, all that. Shall I erase it? Here it is put on the YouTube. If not understood, you can see again. I have explained very slowly. You will understand. So, new chapter, construction. New chapter, I'll separate. Chapter number 6. Construction. See, in compass box, we have ruler means scale, then protractor, compass. Okay, I'll show you this. You know, all of you, this is the protractor. We use it to measure the angle, and then it is actually this scale is called ruler, and this is called compass. That box is called compass. Only this instrument is called compass. Many of you say fridge. Okay, it is compass. Here, one will be fixed, another will be you put a pencil. One more like this is there, that is called a divider. This is called divider. Okay, now, and these are set squares. These are called set squares. Here, both are right angle triangles. Okay, here this is 90 degrees, 45, and in this case, one angle is 90 degrees, this is 30, this is 60. Okay. Now, to construct a geometrical figure, we should use only these two. Understand? We should not use a protractor. Without protractor, we should draw. Understand? Now, from basics I'll start. All of you, we have studied how to construct a 60-degree angle. We will start from that. How to construct a 60-degree angle and how it works. It's very simple. See, students, here first I'll draw one circle. I'll draw a circle. Just 1 minute, wait. Conversation. Suppose busy with it. Now all of you draw a circle. First you draw one circle. Draw a circle. Here I am going to draw one circle. Student disturbing here. Who is that disturbing? Huh? I tell you who is disturbing. Take the picture, center of the circle, and draw one circle. This is drawn. This is probably you have drawn one circle. Now mark a point here without changing its radius, that is the radius of this circle, or this arc length. Put fixed arm of the compass here on this point. Mark 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, one circle is 360 degrees. 360 degrees divided by how many divisions we have made? We have made 6 divisions. I'll divide it by 6. 6 ones are 6 6 are. So it became 60 degrees. It became 60 degrees. Correct? So now here, if you draw this much, it becomes 60 degree angle. We can measure it and check. Yeah, now I'll measure. So it is exactly 60 degrees. So to construct a 60 degree angle, we can follow these steps. So first one, today we shall construct 60 degree angle. To construct an angle of 60 degrees. So an angle of 60 degrees. To construct an angle of 60 degrees, we don't need to draw complete circle. I don't draw this complete circle. What I'll do, I'll draw only this much. How to draw only this much? Here. I'll redraw and show you. Let us call this as, let's say, OA on this OB. Here, angle AOB is how much? Is 60 degrees. Now I want to draw 60 degree angle. So first we should draw a ray. We should draw a ray. I'll draw a ray. This is OA. OA. Then take your compass. I'll draw the same and I'll show you. I'll draw the same. Here, I have drawn this now. The same I'll draw here. Here. I'll draw. Next, what is the next step? Easy step is don't change its radius, don't change its length or distance between two arms of this compass. I don't change arc length. Here, measure its arc length. Means how much? Do not change its radius. You do not change its radius. The same method I will follow here. I have drawn one arc. I am not changing the radius of this arc. Keeping the same. Keep this arm here and cut. Okay. Now using scale, join. It is OA B. You can call it as B. So now angle AOB equal to 60 degrees. You can set it. Angle AOB is 60. Angle AOB is 60 degrees. Understood? You need to write the steps of construction. How? Draw a ray OA. You can write steps in your own language. In mathematics, grammar, English grammar is going to be more important. Content is important. So you can write steps in your own language. Draw a ray OA. Keep fixed arm of the compass on O. Keep fixed arm of the compass on O. Draw an arc with suitable radius. Draw an arc with suitable radius. Let it cut the ray at A. You can write, or you have already taken A. You can take it as X, no problem. Draw a ray OA. Keep the fixed arm of the compass on O. Draw an arc with suitable radius. What is the meaning of suitable radius? If you increase this much, it goes out of this line. Suitable radius. You draw an arc. Let this arc cut at X. Let this arc cut OA at X. Okay. Now keep the fixed arm of the compass on X without changing the arc length. Then mark the point or draw another arc to cut previous arc at B. You are going to draw another arc to cut the previous arc at B. Now join OB. Join OB. Angle AOB is a 60 degrees. Or you can put this B this side. X you have taken, here you take Y. Join OY and extend. Now angle AOB is 60 degrees. You understood this, students? Draw this, all of you. This is how you can construct. Over Did you construct? You got correct answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is not just listening. Construction is there. Whenever I say finish it, complete it. Then we will go next.
Yes, sir.
Is it exactly correct? Okay. Now, I'll go to next part. To construct the bisector of a given angle. To construct a bisector of the given angle. First one, to construct bisector of the given angle, bisector of the given angle. With rough diagram, I'll explain you. For example, if this angle, with rough diagram, I'm explaining AOB. If AOB, angle AOB is, if angle AOB is 60 degrees, then the line which divides this angle into two equal parts is called angle vector. For example, if I draw one more line, if this line is say ray, if this ray is say OC, if angle AOC equal to angle COB, then we call OC as an angle vector. Okay, AOC and COB both should be equal. Means if this is 60, both should become 30. Both should be 30 degrees. Then OC is called angle bisector. Okay. Now we shall draw angle vector. I'll take 60-degree angle only. First we shall draw 60-degree angle. Already I have explained how to draw the 60-degree angle. To draw 60-degree angle, first you need to draw a ray. Draw a ray. Call it as OA. Now take this compass. Keep fixed arm of the compass on O. Keep fixed arm of the compass on O. With suitable radius, draw an arc. With suitable radius, draw an arc. Let this arc cut OA at X. Okay. And without changing arc length, keep the fixed arm of the compass on X. Cut the previous arc. Without changing arc length, keep the fixed arm of the compass on X. Draw another arc. Let it cut the previous arc at Y. You can call it as Y. Now, join OY and extend. Call this as B. Now, angle AOB is 60 degrees. Angle AOB is 60 degrees. Okay, angle AOB is 60 degrees. Now, here, I want to draw angle vector. To draw angle vector, so you should take again compass. Here, keep the fixed arm of the compass on X and increase its length more than this arc. Okay. Now draw an arc here and then keep the fixed arm of the compass on Y without changing arc length. Cut the previous arc. you will get a point. Both will intersect. So you can call that point as, say, in your textbook, they have given the points D, E, F. So same points I'll give, so that you will understand while using textbook. D, this is E, and this is given F. Now extend, join F and O. Join OF and increase length. Now OF is the angle vector. OF is the angle vector. You can measure and check. To cross verify, I'll measure and check here. 10, 20, 30. This is 30. A, O, F is 30. Then from here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. A, O, B is 60. A, O, F is 30. Similarly, you can keep like this to check next angle. Here, this is also 30 degrees. This one, 10, 20, 30. Here, O, C is also 30. Angle AOF equal to angle BOF. Therefore, OF is angle vector. Understanding? Draw this all of you. Be fast.
Finished, sir.
Finish.
Finished, sir.
Very good. Now,
Finished, sir.
okay, good. You can check whether it comes 30 degree or not. If it becomes 30, so exactly correct. Need not be always 30. If you have taken this angle as 90 degrees, 45 will come up. I have taken one example of 60 degrees. Understood now? Okay. Next point is how this works, how this method works. We have to check how this method works. So to check that extra construction is required, again, later what you do, again you construct. I am using the same diagram for next part, how this works. To check that, you need to join these two points. Here you should join. Join here. Okay. And then join BF. Okay. Time is over. Just I will explain again. Tomorrow we shall explain. Now here, how this works you want to explain. In triangle ODF and OEF, two triangles are there. ODF, OEF. Here, this OD and OE are same. OD length, OE length are same. Why? Because these are the radii of the same arc. Radii are same arc. Here, DF, one arc you have drawn, DF, and EF you have drawn arc. These are the radii of the same arc, or arc of same radii. Two arcs are there, of same radii. So, what we have understood now, OD and OE are equal, DF and EF are equal, and OF is common. So by side, congruence rule, both the triangles are congruent. If both the triangles are congruent, these triangles are equal. Correct? This much you draw, keep it ready. Next class, I'll discuss how this works. Okay? So understood, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning to all. Can you see the PPT now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday we discussed about the various functions of the or different functions of the president. Today in this class we are going to discuss about the functions and also the duties. This means functions and duties both are same. Duties are functions of the prime minister and also how he will work as a link between the cabinet ministers and then the president. President, it is over. Today here we are going to discuss about the prime minister. The constitution has provided for a council of ministers with the prime minister as its head to assist and advise the president in the administration of the country. According to the constitution, it's granted here to have that council of ministers to that country, and these all council of ministers and the prime minister, these are the part of executive body who will be elected by the that common people. Each and every citizen, they will elect their representatives in that Lok Sabha election also. It means the lower house election also, and in that state that Vidhan Sabha. And that representatives, they will select their head to carry on their government activities. Actually, which party it may get majority or that magic number, it may form the government. Later on also, that party, all members, those who are elected by the people, they will select a leader for them, and later on, president will appoint him as the prime minister. From Karnataka state, we are electing 28 that MPs. These are 20 in each district. From Vijaypura, we elected that Ramesh Jijingi here. Like him, there are 27, including him, 28 in Karnataka. These are 28 MPs, they will take participation in the selection of that prime minister. And later on, some of they will be get minister. It means portfolios through the prime minister also. All these are responsible for that executive body here, including the prime minister. When that representatives which are selected by people, they select their leader, and later onwards, the president will appoint him as the head of that council of ministers, and later on, according to the advice of that prime minister and council of ministers recommendation, president will appoint that different constituent that official bodies, for example, Navy and Attorney General and that APC head in the state actually. Whatever it may be, do not get any confusion here. Even this Prime Minister and then Cabinet Ministers, these are also elected by that common people. Remember, ಇವರು ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನರಿಂದನೇ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಆದಂತ all selected MPs, it means that majority party MPs, they will select here a leader as their leader there. For example, in the last election, the present running government party, BJP party, they have secured in that 545 created something seats there, and that all created something some maybe created now two also created some also they will selected Prime Narendra Modi as their leader. Later on also, President he appointed him as the Prime Minister, and he, after appointing as the Prime Minister, he formed that Council of Ministers according to their experience and age there. And later on also they will run the government with the help of that President. Still, it is the Prime Minister who has the real power to carry out the administration. Here, he has a real power. We will discuss regarding that policies and the plans which they would like to implement in the country for the purpose of development. And later on also, we will discuss that issue in the both session also, in the upper house session also and lower house session also, and then they will send to that President signature. The President is the head of the country, whereas the Prime Minister is the head of the government, or head of that executive body here. President, remember, do not get any confusion here. The President is the head of the country. He is the first person of the country here. Who is the first person of the country? President is the first person of the country. He is the head entirely. And PM, Prime Minister, he is the head of the government, not the country, remember. He is head of the government or the Council of Ministers. Under his observation, all department activities will run by or carry on by the Council of Ministers. Under his observation, all the activities that all departments of our country, they will run by the Council of Ministers there. Whatever policies they would like to bring into effect or implement in the country, they have to discuss that issue with the first Prime Minister, and later on they have to form policy plan to implement that their ideas. Then they have to discuss with that Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, it means upper house and lower house, and they will take signature from the President. Then they will implement that in the country there. He remains in office as long as he enjoys the trust of the Lok Sabha there. If they would like to continue up to that particular period of time, it means 5 years in power, they should have that trust of the Lok Sabha there. It means that magic number constituencies. It means 272 that representatives should be elected by the ruling government from the people there. Next year we are going to discuss about the powers of the Prime Minister. If that representatives number is reduced, then the 272 here. If he failed to show that magic number, his government it will be came down there. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಆ ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟಪಡಿಸಿದಂತಹ determine that seat, if they fail to get or secure in the or to win in that section, they will be dissolve their government, and again they have to face the election. If anyone, any party, they do not want to make a coalition government there. If he do not get that magic number, he can seek the other party help also. In case his party doesn't get that magic number 2022 seats in the parliament election, he can seek or he can ask here support of other party also. After, if they cross that magic number by coalition or by the alliance, then again they can continue the power. Next, powers of the Prime Minister. He appointment and removal of ministers and allocation of a portfolio. Here, Prime Minister, he has appointment and removal of ministers. The elected representatives, they will select a leader, and later onwards the president will appoint him as their leader. It means the Prime Minister of India, and later on electing or taking vote as the Prime Minister of India, then he will select that ministers from his party members, from his party, that representatives, and later on also according to their experience and age in the particular department, he may allow that responsibility. It means that portfolio. ನಾವು ಆರಿಸಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಎಂಪಿಗಳು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋಕಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಒಬ್ಬ ನಾಯಕನ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, and later on also he will appointed as a prime minister by the president, and then he form his cabinet ministers with discussion ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯಾದಂತಹ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರು ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಮಂಡಲವನ್ನ ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ, and later on he will allot their responsibilities. It means that portfolios. ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ ನಂತರ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅವರ ಅನುಭವದ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲಾಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಏಜಿನ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲಾಗಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲಾಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. The Prime Minister recommends to the President the appointment of the ministers to the Council of Ministers, and after selecting the Council of Ministers whom he would like to make minister in his cabinet, Prime Minister he send that list to the President. On the particular date or particular day, all that selected ministers, they will take oath from the President there, or they will appointed by the President as a minister of that Prime Minister cabinet. He also allocates the various portfolios among the ministers. Just I have told that after selecting as a minister by the PM, they will get a particular responsibility from the PM there, based on their experience. This person is the D.V. Sadananda Gowda from Karnataka. He worked as the Minister of the Railway Department. His decision is final in the allocation of the portfolio. After allotting the portfolios, no one should question it. Whatever decision taken by the PM, it is a final there. And allotted that responsibility they should handle the elected Council of Ministers. He is the head of the government, already you know that, and also that head of the executive body. The Prime Minister is responsible for all actions of the government. Whatever actions will be taken by the different departments, for that all PM he is the responsible. For example, at present, Kisan Samman Yojana also implemented by the central government. Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, that scheme also implemented by the parliament, the central government. And Ujjwala Yojana, it is also implemented by that central government here. For these all government actions here, Prime Minister is the responsible, whether it would get success or fail. ಅದು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ Prime Minister is the responsible for that all day. He coordinates the activities of the various ministers day by day or that weekly here. He will take reports from the ministers regarding their departments to maintain coordination between that ministers and then him, to provide efficient government or service to the people. He will coordinate he will do observation on that all departments. He will do the external affairs department or home minister department here, or education department, or the defense department, or any other department here. By taking the report from the department here, he will manage all activities. He takes a greater interest in forming policies related to planning, defense, and foreign affairs. Here, he will take greatest interest in the forming of policies which are related to the planning here. What they will do plan to show the progress of the country. Being as a leader, it is his responsibility to take great interest while implementing that new policy. Why? Because if it is failed, directly he will be responsible. Therefore, while implementing any of the policies, or that it would be defense policy or that foreign affairs policy or any other department policy, he will take interest in the implementation of that. The meetings of the Union Cabinet are held under the chairmanship of the Prime Minister. Whatever meetings they may conduct in a year during this situation, that all meetings will be conducted under the chairmanship or leadership of the Prime Minister. Whether it would be regarding the state issues or the country issues or international issues. All the discussion of issues of national, international importance are discussed and decisions are taken under his chairmanship here. Without discussing with the PM, they shouldn't take any that national and international related issues decision there. If they would like to take any decision regarding the national and international related issues, they must and should be conserved. It means contact with this Prime Minister, and later on also discussing with him, they can take necessary decision which help them to maintain good relationship between the state also, between the country to country also, or within that country. He is the link between President and the Cabinet. Here, Prime Minister, he works as a link between the president and then cabinet here. Directly ministers will not contact the president, whatever that policy, whatever that decision they would like to take in the department, they have to discuss with the Prime Minister. Later on also, Prime Minister will discuss regarding the issues with the president, and later on also they will take a right decision regarding that particular matter there. Because he is the head, without discussing with the head of the Union cabinet here, how they allowed to reach the president? ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಲೀಡರ್ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ವಿತೌಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಆರ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಿ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ meet with any other. Only we are allowed to consult or contact with our leader, and then he will take a decision there, or they will inform that to the higher authorities there. This is the list of Indian Prime Minister who elected in different years by the citizen of India. First Prime Minister of India that you already know, he was Jawaharlal Nehru, and later on Lal Bahadur Shastri, Indira Gandhi, this Morarji Desai, Charan Singh, Rajiv Gandhi, V.P. Singh, P.V. Narasimha Rao, H.D. Deve Gowda, I.K. Gujral, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Manmohan Singh, and Narendra Modi here. These are the 4 pictures or images of Indian Prime Minister. Then what these numbers should be indicate? These all numbers they indicate here how many times they address the country from that red fort. Among these all 70, can you identify anyone? Anyone not that person who was the former Prime Minister from Karnataka? Hello. Can you tell me here former Prime Minister from Karnataka?
H.D. Devegowda.
H.D. Devegowda.
Okay, correct. H.D. Devegowda was the Prime Minister in 1997 there. The Union Cabinet is a real executive and has ministers in 2 hierarchies. Hierarchies means here a system of having here or organizing the people into different ranks or levels here. For center and then for state, there will be different ministers to manage all activities. It means a decentralization. Only that cabinet ministers, they will be unable to handle all issues which are related to that 28 or 29 that states which are in India. Therefore, they will have helpers. CM, DCM, why they will come these supposed to see to manage that activity. CM, Chief Minister, he is head of the state, and DCM means Deputy Chief Minister. Like here, there will be the sub-officials, sub-ministers who will manage the issues which are related to the various departments from the state. The first one is a cabinet level, and the second one is the ministers of states here. Here, the ministers of states have to manage all particular department activities and send to report to the cabinet level ministers. And the cabinet level ministers he will discuss that all issues with the PM there. And later on also, they may perform that plan or any kind of policy which is beneficial to the citizen of India. The maximum strength of the Somo Irgun, the maximum strength of the Indian cabinet is 15% of the total strength of the parliament. What is the total strength of the parliament at present here in India? That is 545. It shouldn't cross that 15% because it increases the expenditure and other issues and if that cabinet ministers will be more, it may give it may cause to that quarrels also or any other issues also there. They will be unable to come to that or to take necessary decision here. Therefore, it shouldn't exceed that 15% of the total strength of the parliament. At present, if you compare, if you have taken 15% in that 45 year, 75 to 80 approximately here, the cabinet ministers number is shouldn't exceed to 80 days. Somo Iruvanda, mute your audio, yaar. The cabinet has two kinds of responsibilities. The minister of every department is responsible for the administration of his department. The cabinet has two kinds of responsibilities here. The minister of every department is responsible for the administration of his department. He should aware about his department all activities. For example, you take care of a railway department here. If anyone else has elected as the minister of that railway, he should have knowledge regarding that entire railway department. Whatever that day-to-day activities will run in that department, should know about it there. Because while they will conduct a session, during the session, he has to answer to that opposition party, because opposition parties will ask questions regarding that any issues. It would be regarding that railway department, it would be regarding the finance department, it would be defense department, home department, or any other way, or external affairs department here. Therefore, each and every minister, they should aware about their department and should be able to answer during the session if any questions arise from the opposition party or any other independent candidate. He has individual responsibility for the success or failure of his department here. Here that cabinet minister, he has here individual responsibility for the success and failure of his department. How that PM, he is responsible for that all failure of the government or success of the government. Like that, here individual that ministers of particular department, they will be responsible for that all success and failure of their department. If they got success, it may also go to him. If they got failure, it may also go to him only. It means he has to take that all success and then failures. The Union Cabinet has collective responsibilities to the Parliament with regard to the decisions and the policies taken by it. Whatever the policies and plans, ideas will be implemented by the government, it is responsible. It means that entire cabinet, it is responsible for that. And whenever that opposition party or any other independent candidate they will ask questions regarding that particular department, they should answer that during the session. You already know that about the sessions here. Twice in a year, PM should, a president should call here 2 sessions. During that sessions, by taking the help of that speaker, they have to conduct that session. During this session, they will, including the opposition party and ruling party and other that independent candidates here, they will discuss about the issues which are related to the country. And after that discussion, they will take necessary steps to implement the plan also there. Whatever it may be here, whatever questions will be asked by that opposition party, your ruling party, that all cabinet ministers should ready to answer. Therefore, the cabinet can be in power only as long as it enjoys the trust of the parliament. How the prime minister he can enjoy that all powers with the trust of the parliament, like that entire cabinet ministers also have the power, or they could also enjoy the power towards trust of the parliament. If they lost the trust of the parliament, they have to come down. It means dissolve their government there. When it lost the trust, it is removed by a non-confidence motion. When it lost the trust, it is removed by non-confidence motion. Means here Avishwasa Goswali. If their number it reduces to below that 225, during this moment, opposition party it can demand to dissolve the government based on that non-confidence motion there. This is all about union government. If you have any doubts regarding this lesson, you can ask. Regarding the question answers, if it is possible, you can write. I won't discuss in the class because if you discuss about all lessons in the class only, it is not possible to complete entire all lessons. Therefore, I won't discuss during the second lesson these all lesson question answers. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the class there. I will send after over in the each lesson that all question answers. By referring that file, you can write in your pair, or by referring the notes also, you can write in your pair there. With this year, this Union government it is over. You write that question answers regarding the fill in the blanks and then match the following note. Answer the following questions. If you are getting any difficulties regarding these answer the following questions and also that fill in the blanks questions, you can ask your doubt tomorrow also. Do you have doubts regarding the Indian government? Hello. Tomorrow.
Hello, sir.
I will start that state government lesson because both are related to your union government and state government. It will be easy to you to do the comparison between the both union government and then state government. Therefore, tomorrow I will continue the I will discuss about the state government, and after completing the state government, we will take that economic growth, human resources of India. Okay, today with this year, I will conclude the class. Under 5 minutes are there. If you want to ask me doubts, you can ask, otherwise I will complete the class. Wait here, I will ask questions only here. If you know, you can tell answer. Otherwise, allow the others. Those who know, he will tell answer here, or she will tell answer. No need of that video. Directly, I won't ask for the fill in the blanks. I will ask you a middle question. Middle question. Can you name that article which provides for the creation of a parliament? Which article provides for the creation of a parliament? Which articles allow? Which articles allow to have the parliament in a country? Name that article which allowed us to create the parliament. Do you know that article?
Yes, sir.
What is that article? Tell. Samprit Nagansu, Ravi Patel. Do not hesitate. If you know the answer, you can tell. Samarth Biradar. Nilesh. Sneha. Shavni. Kaveri. Sanjana. Shantla. Vanishri Varsha. Voice. Article 79 is the provides for the creation of a parliament. Okay, the second question, can you name the two houses of the parliament? What are the two houses of parliament? Which are those two houses of the parliament?
Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha.
Tell me in what okay, what answer you told, it is correct, but what are the undernames of that Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha?
Upper House and Lower House.
Which is the upper house?
Lower house and upper house.
Okay, lower house and then upper house, both are correct. Which is the upper house? Lok
Rajya
Sabha.
Sabha.
Lok Sabha, is it the upper house? Is it upper house Lok Sabha or lower house, that is? Hello? Shashank Pant Kudri. Someone else should answer correct. Tell that here.
Lower house.
Lok Sabha, it is a lower house. Okay. Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, these are the two houses of the parliament. Rajya Sabha, it is the upper house, and lower house, it is the Lok Sabha house. Who Who is the present Defense Minister of India? Hello? Who is the present Defense Minister of India? His name it starts from that R.
Rajnath Singh.
Yes, Rajnath Singh, he is the Defense Minister of India. What is the maximum number of Lok Sabha seats? Hello?
545.
Okay, 545 days. Among these all
542.
545 that is. Among these all 545, how many members will be elected by that president as a Anglo-Indian?
543.
A 543 these all members will be elected by directly from the people. Only two people will elect.
222.
Not yaar. Only two will be elected. It means selected by the president as the Anglo-Indian. Remaining all that is 543, all they will elected by the citizen of India as the representatives. At present it is a 545, that is correct. Among these 545, 543 members will directly elected by the people of India, and under two they will be appointed by the president to represent that Anglo-Indian. Okay, students, with this today I will conclude class regarding the state government. We will discuss tomorrow. And afternoon, if it is possible, you can write the question answers. Which you know you can write, which you don't know you drop that and ask your doubts tomorrow if you have a doubt in this question answer. Okay, thank you so much for staying with me in this class. Bye.
Good morning, friends. Good morning. So now the next chapter is, what is the next chapter, students? Chemistry. We come to the chemistry lesson, students. The first part of your science chemistry. What is the third lesson? Third chapter.
Atoms and molecules.
Atoms and molecules. You know that what is atom? Can you say that what is atom, students? Yes. What is atom, students? Have you learned?
The smallest part of chemical.
What is an atom? Tell me. Yes. What is an atom? You have learned in 8th standard, students, about atoms. Yes. First, you tell me what is matter. If you don't know this, I'll come to that. What is matter, students? Matter.
Object that matter is made up of tiny particles, and objects that take up space and have mass are called matter.
Matter is made up of small particles. See, what is atom means? Matter is made up of small particles are called atoms. So, which the matter has a particles, small particles are called, we say, atoms. Okay? So, in this lesson, we are going to learn about atoms and molecules. And in this, we get the name of the scientist. That is the father of modern chemistry, Anthony L. Liouville. So, this Anthony Lawrence D. Liouville, 26th August 1743, May 8 May 1794, was a French nobleman and chemist central to the 18th century chemical revolution and a large influence on both the histories of chemistry and biology. So this scientist laid the foundation of chemical sciences by establishing two important laws of chemical combination. So in this lesson we are going to learn about the atoms and molecules. So he's given the two important laws of chemical combination. Chemical combination. So you know that in the matter lesson we have learned about the elements and compounds. Right, students? What we learned in the matter lesson, the first lesson, matter lesson, we have learned that elements and compounds. Okay? So what is atom? The matter is made up of small particles are called atoms. You come to that chemical combination, the laws of chemical combination. In this lesson, first you have to understand that elements and compounds. You tell me what you understand that elements means. Tell me, in the first lesson you have studied about the elements. Yes? What do you know about the elements, students? Elements and compounds. Can you say or no?
Elements are species of atoms which have the same number of protons in their atomic nuclei.
Once again you say?
Elements are species of atoms which have the same number of protons in their atomic nuclei.
Okay. You know that elements. So what are the examples of elements, students? Examples of elements. You know, hydrogen. Elements means hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, sodium. These are the elements. Examples of elements. What is it? Elements. Examples of elements. And compound means what is about the compound?
Compounds are the substance consisting of two or more different types of elements in a fixed ratio of its atoms.
Okay. The compound means it is a combination of two or more elements. Okay. Compound means it is a combination of two or more elements. For example, I will take that. What is that? H2 plus O gives rise to H2O. What is it? H is an element and O is an element, gives rise to H2O is a compound. What you said this is? H2O is a compound. These two are elements. H2O is element. So these two combination of these two elements, what we call compound. H2O water. And another example I can say that sodium is one element plus what is that? Chlorine is one element gives rise to sodium chloride. So we can form, so it is chemical combination, chemical reaction. By the chemical reaction, we can form H2 plus O gives rise to H2O, water. So water, Na+Cl gives rise to sodium chloride. Okay? This is what sodium chloride means for students. Salt. Right? Sodium chloride means we say that salt. This is what elements and compounds. So elements are made up of only one type of element, and compounds they are made up of two or more combination of elements. You can see the example this is. And next I'll go to that. In this scientists say that laws of chemical combinations. Laws of chemical combinations means there are two types. Law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportions. Law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportions. What is that? Law of conservation of mass. What this Anthony L. Liouville, a French scientist, established the theory of law of conservation of mass. What is this? What is this law states that? This law of conservation of mass states that mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Okay? What is it? The mass. Mass cannot be created or cannot be destroyed in a chemical reaction. So what is this meaning is? Have you know about the atomic number of all the elements, students? Do you know the atomic number of all the elements? For example, hydrogen. What is the atomic number of hydrogen?
1.
1. What is the oxygen atomic number is?
6.
8?
6. 8.
8. Okay. 8. Then, you know, hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, sodium, these all are having the atomic number. If you don't have, tomorrow I will give you 12. Okay. Have you learned this about in the 8th standard? Have you learned about this in 8th standard, students?
Chlorine 17.
17.
Chlorine is, what is the atomic number is?
17.
17.
17. Sodium?
11.
Sodium is 11. Okay, come to that. Here, what is the first law of state that? The law of conservation of mass states, mass can neither be created nor destroyed. Mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. For example, hydrogen, okay, plus oxygen gives rise to what is that, student? H2O. Okay, we have found that H2O. Here, H means what is that? Atomic number H is,
Hydrogen 2 molecules.
okay, 8. 8. That
2
is,
molecules of hydrogen.
okay. Hydrogen is 1, no? Atomic number?
Yes,
Hydrogen
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
and oxygen is 8. So here you see, what is the ratio of water, student? 1:8. So everywhere you can see the water, the ratio of water will be 1:8. It will be 1:8 we say. So you can take the water from anywhere. The water ratio is that 1:8 we say. Then it will be H2 plus O. The combination of H2 plus O gives us to H2O. Okay. So mass can neither be created nor be destroyed means what is that? For example, H2 you will take that 10 grams plus oxygen you will take that 5 grams gives rise to what it will be?
2:1.
Yes? Okay, you just think that it is 15 grams you take it. What is that? 15 grams. So here 10 grams plus 5 grams gives rise to 15 grams. Here cannot be created, cannot be neither be created nor destroyed is there. Created means it will be more. Created means it may be more. Destroyed means it may be less. Okay, mass may be, it will be created means it will be more or it will be less. So what is this first law states that? The law of conservation of mass states mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Okay, chemical reaction means we are taking the 10 grams of hydrogen and 5 grams of oxygen. Okay, so in the chemical reaction, it will be created. It may be created or it may be destroyed. Okay. So this you learn. After I'll teach you this. I'll explain about this. Next concept is that. Then we come to the next one is laws of constant proportion state that chemical compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by mass. Okay, what is that? One first law what it says that, students? The first law says that mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. But the second one what it says, laws of constant proportion says that a chemical compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by mass. You know that hydrogen 1. Okay. Oxygen is what, friends? 8. So always these elements will be having the same, what is that? Same atomic number in all the compounds, same proportion of elements by mass. You see this scientist John Dalton. Who is this? John Dalton. He was an English chemist, meteorologist, and physicist. He is best known for his pioneering work in the development of modern atomic theory. So he studied about the modern atomic theory and his research into color blindness. What is that? Color blindness. Have you heard this word color blindness, students? Yes? Okay, color blind. He just researched about the color blindness and atomic theory. Okay. So you come to that main points of Dalton's atomic theory. What are the main points of Dalton's atomic theory, students? The first one we say that, what we have said, elements are made up of extremely small particles. You know that elements means hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, sodium, right? These are all having these small particles. Okay? So these all elements are having small particles. These called atoms, we say. These particles are called atoms. Elements means, what are the elements? These are the hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, sodium, okay, potassium, whatever will come. These all elements are made up of small particles called atoms. We say that atoms. These atoms of a given elements are identical in size, mass, and other properties. So atoms of elements also having the size, okay, mass, and other properties. We learn about the properties. So atoms of different elements differ in size. Different elements means, what is that? Hydrogen, we say that 1. Oxygen, we say that, what is that? What is the atomic number of oxygen? 18 or 8? What is the atomic number of chlorine?
17.
17. Sodium?
11.
Okay, you can see that elements also are having the differ in size and differ in mass, okay, and other properties. So atoms cannot be subdivided. Okay, atoms cannot be subdivided. So we can divide these elements, okay, when in the chemical reaction. So we can see the changes in the elements, but not in the atoms. We can see changes in the elements, but not in the atoms. They cannot be subdivided or created or destroyed. Okay, they will be in constant. So atoms of different elements combine simple whole number ratios to form chemical compounds. Atoms of different elements. Atoms of different elements means what we say that H2 plus O gives rise to H2O. Different elements means H2 and O is a different elements combined H2O. They will be having the different ratios means what is that, students? The H is having the 1 and it is 8, it gives rise to 1 is to 8. Okay, 1 is to 8 ratios. So simple whole number ratios to form chemical compounds. What is that? Here H2 is there, no means, students. O means 8 is there. Oxygen is 8 or 16, students. Atomic number of oxygen is 8 or 16. Eight?
8.
8 only, correct, sir? Okay, 8, 1 is to 8. So what it says, atoms of different elements combine in simple whole number ratios to form chemical compounds. In chemical reactions, what we say that Sodium plus chlorine gives rise to sodium chloride. Hydrogen plus oxygen gives rise to, what is that? Hydroxide means water. Okay, sodium chloride. Next, what are things you can see some examples how you can form the chemical compounds? Yes, can you give some examples of chemical compounds, students? Okay, sodium plus chloride gives rise to sodium chloride. And what is the atomic number of sodium, students? Sodium is we said that 11. Okay, and the chlorine is we say that 17. Means we say that 11 is to 17. 11 is to 17 chemical compounds. So in chemical reactions, atoms are combined. Atoms are combined. Okay, separated or rearranged. Okay, separated or rearranged. You know that I asked the first question is what is an atom, student? What is an atom? Yes, tell me. Okay, students, we say that atoms can be defined as the smallest particle of matter. Okay, smallest particle of matter. We take it is a matter. Okay, it is a matter. The smallest particles of matter or called what we say takes part in a atom. So they take part in a chemical reaction. So we can see that where they take the part in the chemical reactions. So we can say that how big are atoms? How big are atoms? Atoms are very small. So we can't see by our unaided eye or naked eye. So we have to use microscope to see that atoms. Okay, they are very small. They are smaller than anything that we can imagine or compare with. Okay, we can not see by the naked eye. So what are the characters of atoms? What are the characters of atoms? You know that atom is the smallest part of matter. Okay, you can take this oxygen, hydrogen, these elements. Okay, so all elements are made up of tiny particles. You know that hydrogen, oxygen, they all have oxygen, hydrogen and oxygen. These elements are made up of tiny particles. Okay, these elements have tiny particles are called atoms. So they are very small in size and cannot be seen. I told you that you cannot see by the naked eyes. So atom does not exist in free state in nature, but atom takes part in a chemical reaction. I always say that it takes part in the chemical reaction. So the properties of matter depend upon the characteristics of atom. Or you know that the properties of matter. So you have learned about the characteristics of matter in the first lesson. Isn't it? What are the characteristics of matter? Yes, what are the characteristics of matter, students?
The particles of matter are very small. The particles of matter have space between them. Particles of matter are continuously moving. Particles of matter attract each other.
Okay, you know that the matter's characteristics. Okay, they are in a small size, they occupy space, isn't it? And here you come to that, how can you identify the atoms? I can give a best example of that. Atoms are the building block of an element. For example, if you want to build a house, okay, this is, you think it is a house. So what you need to build a house, students? We need a brick to make a house. So can you build a house by only one brick, students? Only one brick, can you? Yes, students? So if you want to build this house, you need a brick. Okay. So combination of bricks means, you know, the combination of bricks. You use many bricks to build this house. So you use bricks to build this house. Okay. You can see that. These are what you say that. So atoms are the building block of an element. So building blocks. So these are the building blocks. Okay, these one blocks are there now. This is a building block of an element similar to a brick. Means this brick, for example, so without brick we cannot build this house. The combination of bricks. Combination means we collect the more bricks to build this house. Like that. So this, what is this? Hydrogen oxygen element also made up of small particles. Okay, we say that these are also made up of small particles, combination of small particles. How this building is made up by this combination of bricks, like that. The elements also are made by small particles. We have to understand this. The size of atom is indicated by its radius. So radius is an element we use to find the size of this atom. Okay, radius. So in ancient times, atoms were considered indivisible. So in ancient times, nowadays we have found many elements. You know that microscope we have to see the smallest objects. Okay. So nowadays we have found many instruments. Okay, like microscope and you know that some instruments which you use to find things, objects. Here, to find the atom, size of the atom, we use radius. Okay. So in ancient time, atoms were considered indivisible. Indivisible means what is that, student? You know the block, one block, single block. Single brick means it is indivisible. Combined means what we say that? We say that combined is collection of more bits. It is combined. So if it is separate means it is indivisible bit. Okay. Symbols of atoms of different elements. Symbols of atoms of different elements. So tomorrow we will discuss about these symbols and atomic numbers. Okay. Some symbols only are there. Some elements are formed from the first letter of the name and a letter appearing later in the name. Okay. You can see that atomic numbers to atomic symbol of atom, students: chlorine, sodium, H, calcium. So first letter will be what is that, student? Capital letter. So whenever we write the atomic symbol, okay, symbol of atoms. So first we use capital letter and second letter will be small letter. Okay. So you can see that chlorine, how are written? C capital, L small, sodium, N capital, and calcium, C capital. Right? Some have been taken from the names of elements in Latin, German, or Greek. So these elements are found from the, what is that? Latin, German, or Greek. Okay, the countries of these. And X, iron, is Fe from serum. Okay, you know that calcium, how they have got the name of chlorine means Cl only, sodium means Na, calcium means. These names are taken from the other countries, they have kept the names like this. You know, iron, for example, means iron means, what is the atomic symbol of iron, student? Atomic symbol of iron what?
Fe.
So last time, no, students, last time we have learned about the motion lesson, and another one lesson, what is that? Motion, laws of motion, and next lesson was physics lesson. In that you have learned that, okay, Newton's laws was there. So what is the Newton's laws we are learning now? There, so what is the SI unit of force is given, students? What is the SI unit of force is given there?
Newton.
Newton, right? Force is given that Newton we have given. So Newton means what is this coincidence? It is the name of the scientist. Okay. So Newton, why? Because in the laws of motion, the Newtons find these things. That's why here it is given the SI unit is Newton. N means what is that? Newton, capital letter. Here also they have found some symbols of atoms. They have given name of some of the people, or what is that? We have to think that. Iron means, Fe means, what is that? Serum. Fe means serum. And sodium, Na form, it is natrium. So natrium is there now. They have given the shortest name that Na. And today serum is there now. The shortest name is given that Fe. And potassium is, what is that? Kalium is the name. Kalium. Potassium is K. So we say that atomic symbol of potassium is K, but this name is taken from Latin or German or Greek. So the name is Kalium. So it may be the scientist name or any object name. So here we call it as only K. Okay. So like this, all the elements have different types of names. They are given shortly that. How the Newton is their name, we have given the symbol is N. Like that, these all elements also have names, we have given the shortest symbol for that. So this I will discuss tomorrow, students. That I will discuss tomorrow, next part. First we write that atoms and molecules. So first we learn, you have learned in the 8th standard, but you can't say the answer of what is atoms. Okay? So what are atoms? Elements are made up of extremely small particles called atoms. Elements are made up of extremely small particles called atoms. Okay? Here we learn about the laws of chemical combinations. So laws of chemical combinations. Next point is laws of chemical combinations. So here, how many types are there? There are two types. There are two types of chemical combination. Chemical combination. So what is the first one is law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. Second one is law of constant proportion. Law of constant proportion. So you know the proportions means, students. For example, proportions means where we use that 1 proportional to 1 proportional to 2 we say. So it may be, here it will be more, it will be less, or here it will be less, here it will be more. Okay, proportional means we have found that water H2O. Okay, here hydrogen is 1, proportional to oxygen is 8. Okay, it may be hydrogen will be less, oxygen will be more. But it comes, what is that? Water, H2O. It will be constant. Everywhere it will be constant, students. The water ratio of water, wherever you get from the water, it may be from the river, lake, or water from the syntax, or water from the tap. The ratio of that water will be constant. What is that? Law of constant proportions means what is said? Everywhere the water ratio will be 1:8. Sodium chloride. So sodium chloride, wherever you get some sodium chloride, if the ratio will be same. So what is that ratio will be the sodium chloride means? Sodium means what is the atomic number, students?
11.
11. Sodium is 11. Chlorine is
17.
17. Okay. Here you see that 11:17 makes a sodium chloride. It will be constant everywhere. So wherever you get the sodium chloride, so it is the constant proportions. Okay. The second law says that the law of constant proportion says that it is a constant proportion. H2O, sodium chloride and water ratio will be constant. It will not change in any water body. Wherever you get the water, no, the ratio will be same. It is constant. Completed this? Come to the first class. What it says, law of conservation of mass. First law of conservation of mass. Conservation of mass. Here, who is discussed about this law of conservation of mass? The scientist is Anton L. Lavoisier. He is a French scientist. a French scientist. French scientist established the theory of law of conservation of mass, law of conservation of mass, conservation of mass. Let us know about this law, what it says, law of conservation of mass. First law. What it says, the first law of conservation of mass says, the law of conservation of mass says that mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. So here we can take an example of this, students. The law of conservation of mass said that mass can neither be created nor destroyed. We can create also, we can destroy also in a chemical reaction. So when we make the tea, students, so what things we use to make a tea, students? We use to make a tea, we use a tea powder and sugar and milk we use. Sugar, milk. Right. Okay. So mass means what is that? We say that mass means we use 1 spoon of tea, means it may be 10 gram of tea powder and 10 gram of sugar and we use a milk. Okay. So combining these things we can make a tea. So here the tea may be more, okay, or the less, sugar may be more, sugar may be less, okay. So here we can create or we can destroy, okay. We can create or we can destroy in this process. So this is one example I can give. So while drinking tea, if the sugar is more, if the tea powder is more, so we can't drink that tea. Right, students? Yes or no? Are you listening? So created means it will be more. These things will be more. Destroyed means it will be less. You have to think that. So mass can neither be created. Mass can be created means weight will be more. Destroyed means less. Okay. The next law is what is said that next law. Law of constant proportion. Second one is law of constant proportion. constant proportion. What it says, proportion? It says that law of proportion, it states that a chemical compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by mass. Okay, so here says a chemical compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by mass. Is there? I told that water means what is the student? H2O I say, right? H2O I say. Okay. H2O means here O is 1 is there and H is 2 are there. H2 are there. Okay. These H2 is proportional to O. Okay. H2 is proportional to O or O is proportional to H. Okay. This always contains exactly the same proportion of elements. This you have to understand in this second law. Okay, students, have you written in your notebook there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tomorrow I will continue about the atoms, properties of atoms. We will discuss tomorrow. Okay, students?